Hey tea heads, this is Don from Mayleaf. We've got another Castleton Special Reserve Muscatel. Do those words mean anything to you? If not, let me give you a little bit of a recap. In Darjeeling, there is lots of different tea types, but the two main ones are First Flush Darjeeling and Muscatel. First Flush Darjeeling, early pluckings of the year. Muscatel, summer pickings of the year. Now, the term Muscatel is widely abused. What I mean by that is the word Muscatel should denote that it has a muscatel, muscat grapes, these particular very delicious aromatic grapes that are used to make muscatel dessert wines, that the taste of the tea or the aroma of the tea has some, hint at least of muscatel. But unfortunately these days, muscatel is sort of a word that just denotes summer tea. Let's go back in history. 1985, the legendary Castleton Estate in Darjeeling decided to pick some seed-grown Chinese heritage tea bushes in the summer after the bugs had come out, doing little bits of nibbling on their leaves. And as we know, or as you may not know, but now you'll discover, when a bug bites the tea leaf has to react, the plant has to react, and it does that by increasing some aromatic volatiles in the leaves, which then spread out across the field as a signaling system to say, we're being attacked. Now, people don't know whether or not that aromatic compound is to try to drive away the insects by trying to create things like, when you have mosquito repellents and you put citronella on your skin to try to repel the insects, or it may be a signaling system to attract the predators of those insects. Not quite sure, but the point is that plants use this chemical signaling system, aka aroma, to achieve a function, but also to spread the message across the whole of the area to say, we're being bitten, everybody, let's produce these compounds. And it spreads like a signaling system. And so in Castleton, 1985, I think it was, they picked some summer leaves from these Chinese heritage seed-grown older bushes with deeper root systems, and they produced a tea that had this amazing muscatel aroma. This then caught on, everyone was into it, and then other estates started to produce muscatel, but as I said, a lot of it now has just become synonymous with it's a summer picking, but it doesn't have that muscatel aroma. So I'm continuously on the hunt for muscatel. I'm less interested in First Flush Darjeeling. It just doesn't float my boat, or at least at the moment it doesn't float my boat, so I don't buy it. But I'm always on the lookout for muscatel. So I'm always contacting Darjeeling producers saying, just send me your best muscatel. And if you're calling it muscatel, let it have some muscatel, or at least some very interesting aromatic profile, and we taste them every year. Most years we don't find them, most years we don't select them, but we have found this one here, Castleton Special Reserve Lot Muscatel. As I said, this is the original estate that made muscatel the first time. There are other estates doing good muscatel, some that we've purchased before, some great ones that we've purchased before, but Castleton is the original. So let's dive into this tea, quickly scope this tea. This is from June 2025. This is from the Castleton Estate. This is from seed-grown Chinese heritage bushes that are older. Picking and processing on this, well, it's picked in the summer, and then it's processed in the Darjeeling style. So it will have some level of cutting to it. You can see it's not like whole leaf, but compared to a lot of Darjeelings, this is actually relatively whole leaf, and it goes through the oxidation process to make a black tea with a hard wither process in there as well to bring out more of those aromatics. The processing of Darjeeling is something that I have not explored deeply enough, but clearly there's a hard wither phase to try to bring out, in a sort of an oolong way, to try to bring out a lot of the aromatics in the tea. Elevation from my memory is sort of between 1,100 and 1,400 meters, but not quite sure. in my head. That's what I remember. You can go check out the website, of course. I'll stick a link in the description below. All right, let's dive into this Special Reserve lot. I'm using the new Ruyao TEAWARE that we've got in. And as I say, you know, what I do is every year we put the call out, send us your best Darjeeling Muscatel. And unfortunately, even Castleton sends, I've tasted a fair few lots of Castleton this year and over recent years. There's a fly in this room which is going to bug me. And haven't been too impressed. It's so interesting. There's suddenly this little lot, I can't remember the name, DJ255 or something. There's a little lot that suddenly you taste it and you're like, oh, there it is. It's almost like this little magic sprinkling of fairy dust. There's suddenly like, there's that Muscatel. And it's not just Muscatel. There's this sudden amped up aroma, which comes from, as I said, a mixture of old Chinese seed-grown bushes, summer picks, so there's insect bites, so there's been enough of a signaling system across that lot that all of the plants are just going, right, we're producing these aromatics, and then when they hit hard. And it's sort of reminiscent of the Oriental Beauties. I've done a video about Oriental Beauty, my frustrations of that. I'll put a link in the description below. The Oriental Beauties, or the Guifeis, the Consort Smile, all of these teas that have this bug-bitten taste. I've done a whole video about bug-bitten taste. Again, I will stick links. I've done so many videos now that there's just too many links to throw at you. But most important, does this tea hit? And it's so funny because you literally smell it. As soon as you know, it's almost like I don't need to taste the tea, because when a Darjeeling hits in terms of that aroma, I know that the taste is going to be good. This is different from Oriental Beauty. Oriental Beauty hits with aroma and then the taste generally lets it down. But there's something about the fact that this is produced as a black tea. It means I know it's going to have depth and richness in terms of the taste. But the smell is just divine. Divine. And what's unique about this one is it's not just fruity, it's chocolatey. So I'm getting very, very heavy fruity dark chocolates. You know, fruity dark chocolates that have those red currants and cherries, like, and cranberry, cherry, red currant, dark chocolate. Oh, but the dark chocolate is such a high quality dark chocolate. You're getting, it's mouth-watering. You're getting this like amazing deep cocoa smell. There's a warmth in there as well. It's malt, but it's not malt like a Yunnan golden bud malt. It's darker malt. It's dark malt smell. Like malt, well, just dark malt, but you could say malt loaves. It's spiced as well. There's like, it reminds me of dark malt and stout, like a Guinness. It's got a Guinness chocolate cake kind of note to it. There's rose hip as well. So moving slightly from fruity into a little bit of the tomato note, but the rose hip is this sort of in-betweener between the cherries and the cherry tomatoes. And then there's the flowers. There is that muscatel reminiscent of Oriental Beauty, like elderflower. Let's just throw under elderflower at the moment. I know that as soon as this gets a little bit of hydration, that this smell is going to pop out even more. But that is an immense aroma, and you know, I'm not going to bang on about it, but it's just the old school Oriental Beauties, the old school Dongfang Meirens. They're like that. And then this sort of trend towards making them lighter and brighter has left me a bit wanting. And when you find a great Darjeeling, it just does it. It just does it. Okay, whoops. Here we go. It just does it, because what it does is it brings out the fruits and the, you know, those bug bitten notes, but it brings it to India. Suddenly there's spice, so much spice popping out. I'm getting mangoes, I'm getting geranium, I'm getting baked oranges. So with those bug bitten notes, you usually get stone fruits and citrus fruits, but this is deeper, it's more baked, but it's still super fruity. I'm still getting those chocolates. Wow, it's a beautiful, beautiful, fruity dark chocolate. I'm getting the spices, cinnamon, saffron, clove, touch of wintergreen, vine tomatoes, it's there. It's amazing. It's like, you know, it's unashamed in terms of it's heavy on the aroma, but it's also got depth. Those chocolate notes just make it have body and richness and intrigue, and there's a little, you know, pepperiness in there, and the saffron and mangoes. It's warm, it's vibrant, it's yellow, it's sunny, it's hot, it's just good stuff. Good stuff. Going quite big pot here. Sometimes I like these big pots, you know. I'm not just all about the little dainty gong fus. I do like these big pots because, especially when I'm brewing for myself, like if I'm brewing like tea and I'm sitting at the worktop, I don't want to have to go and infuse every 100 ml and just keep infusing, have a few sips, keep infusing. That's great when you're doing like a really like you know, specific session, but sometimes it's nice to have like a 180 ml pot where you come out with 180 ml of liquor and you can drink that for, you know, however long it takes you to drink 180 ml of liquor, and then infuse again. So you're infusing less times. Oh, sorry, you're infusing less often. So yeah, I think that this is probably the max that I would say for Gong Fu, but like something like that, 180 ml. I think this is. See, it just gets to the top of the Gong Dao Bei. All right. Color of the liquor. Yes. Deep like, but still a bit rosy, rose brown. All right, let's see what the texture's like. You're never expecting a super thick texture. Medium thick, but instantly it gives me satisfaction, and not just taste, which is heavy on the spice, but mineral. I'm getting quench, I'm getting physicality, I'm getting some hit. It's not got this emptiness of some other teas out there that are too fragrant forward. This has just got that satisfaction. Taste: saffron, mango, fresh turmeric, cinnamon, wintergreen. It's like this beautiful, it's just a beautiful intensity to it. It's like it hums with aromatics. Yeah, it's not maybe as lychee, bright lychee, you know, like perkiness as some of the Oriental beauties out there or some of the other bug-bitten teas. It's definitely in more the deeper, fruitier spice market note. But it's just got a richness that is so good. The chocolate's still there. That clove note is still there. Lots of cinnamon. And the aftertaste is very cinnamon forward. Muscatel is there. It's more understated than previous Muscatel reserves that we had from Castleton. I think we had one other one before. It's a little bit more understated. This is more about the chocolates, fruits and spices rather than the geraniols and linolols and bright citrusy, zesty lychee and muscatel. But there is that muscatel note and elderflower note there. And the finish is rich, quench to this sweet cinnamon, turmeric, very, very ripe mangoes. Soft mangoes, the kind that you'd pick up at a supermarket and go, ooh, that's right on the edge. Got to eat it right now. Mango. Pakistani mangoes. Oh, so good. Little custardy note. A little bit of creams. Those spices, the wintergreen, the saffron, the turmeric, the cinnamon, all work together to create this sort of spiced sweetness that as the tea cools down, then merges beautifully with these muscatel grape notes. Botrytized grapes, dried, syrupy, sweet, not fresh. Like on the vine, they've become, perfect for dessert wines. It's got that dessert wine quality. Yeah, that as it cools, dessert wine. And this is why it's so important that you taste tea at different temperatures. And I will say it one more time, just to stress the point for those who still care. The finish. The aftertaste. It's there. There is no emptiness. This is a full character. This is somebody with a strong handshake that's not afraid to present themselves. And boy, I love a strong character. Castleton hitting the high notes. And in this case, the deeper notes, definitely more chocolatey and more warm than previous ones that we've purchased. But we'll still call this Castleton Special Reserve. I'm not going to create a new stock code for it. So you'll see reviews if you go to the website of the old batch as well. Otherwise, we just have too many teas out there on our back catalogue. So good. A little citrusy, like slight acidity that then passes to all of those spices. One more infusion. I think that this is going to be, from a body sensation point of view, quite perky. Little perky number. So Darjeelings tend to be, but I can already feel that this is a bit of a waker-upper. That's a word. This little baked note, chocolate orange. Baked oranges coated in dark chocolate. Got a deeper, more baked in note to it. Wow, great. Doesn't always happen. I don't know, last time we had Sing Bully Gold. That was I think our last Darjeeling. Was that last year or 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago. I lose track, but it's not. We've had a handful of Darjeelings, but when they're good, they're really good. Yeah, that custardy note. Oh, dark treacle ginger, Jamaican ginger cake. Jamaican ginger cake. Apologies for the accent, can't help it. Jamaican ginger cake. Custard, baked orange. Castleton, Darjeeling, Special Reserve lot. When they smack, they smack. That's it, tea heads. Check out our other videos, taste our teas wherever you are in the world by browsing mayleaf.com and come visit us if you're ever in London. Other than that, I'm Don from Mayleaf. Thank you for being I'm feeling it. Can you see me holding on? Thank you for being a part of the revelation of true tea. Stay away from those tea bags. Keep drinking this stuff and spread the word, because nobody deserves bad tea. Bye. Ooh, frisson. A little frisson.